Hello and welcome to another Road to Ranked, this time in 2XKO. I do have a little bit more time this time, so my goal is to at least get out of the medal ranks and hopefully farther beyond. But obviously that's around my skill level, so it is going to take a while for this Road to Ranked if I finish it. So I've been playing some 2XKO, it's super fun, and while there is some controversy and drama around it, the game itself at the moment is in a very enjoyable state. So if you want to play it, I would suggest getting in and having some fun, because it's great. You can even play with friends. They're setting up local co-op, and you can always play co-op online. So that's really neat. The first thing you're going to want to do, this is going to be a setup video, so if you're just here for the ranked, it'll be the next one, sorry. But for everyone else, the setup is pretty simple. First, you got to go to the Riot Games website and get it. It's just under Games and 2XKO, play for free, follow the instructions, and get the game started. Once you've got it loaded, you'll be on this lovely little screen. We will not be playing on keyboard. Why is it on keyboard? Alright, there we go. We'll be playing on an Xbox controller, and one of the first things we want to do is go check out our controls. We will be using Pulse to start. No worries, we will be swapping off of Pulse later, but there are a lot of things to do in this game, and this is just one less thing that we have to learn right away. Then you can also edit your controls here, and you can hold B to get out of these controls, and then you can test your controls to make sure that you didn't just mess them up. So you can check your directions, you can check light, medium, heavy, special, and then team, dash, and parry are the buttons I have set up. Throw you can get by pressing medium and heavy at the same time. Oh, which also, if you hold it, just removes you from... Okay, fair enough. Break you can get by pressing team and a special at the same time. And ultimate you can get by pressing both your specials at the same time. So we don't need any of those to be macroed. So that is kind of how I have mine set up, because the Xbox controller has only so many buttons on it. But let's hop out of here and get into the next part. I would then suggest going into the Learning Hub, which you get to by pressing Y and then going over. And the first thing you want to do is play the tutorial. At the very least, learn the basics and unlock the fuses. It teaches you how the fuses work, and the prize for this is you actually unlock 2 of these fuses. So even if you're a very experienced player who doesn't necessarily need this tutorial, you should still do this. Otherwise, you're leaving, game-affecting opportunities on the table here with your ability to play 2X Assist and Freestyle, which are the fuses that you would probably want to be playing as a more experienced fighting game player. So, once you've done that, I would say you can do some of these advanced lessons if you're the kind of person who likes to do the tutorial first. At the very least, chain dashing is really important. I will be using that immediately. So you should definitely know how to do that, and there is a tutorial for it here. Otherwise, you don't need to do all of these things first before you can go play the game. Pulse combo helps us with a lot of them, and a lot of this is just stuff that we can learn along the way that we're not going to really need in, Iron and Bronze necessarily. Next, pick a team. I am going to be picking Ahri and Vi. We're going to be starting with Ahri, and I'm going to be selecting Juggernaut so that I can just learn a single character at a time and go from there. So we'll do that. And you can also see at the bottom here, if I hit right trigger, I can turn on or off Pulse, which is nice. If it's on, you've got that little purple symbol spinning around above your characters. And you can also press Y and test and edit your controls from here. Next, we are going to just sort of pick whatever for our opponents, and we'll go to the Bandlewoods because I unlocked it, and it's cool.
Your head, heart, and hands are the key to victory!
So we have a very basic game plan going into Iron, which is going to be essentially as little as we can get away with. First, we need to know how to dash. Chain dashing is important, even at the lowest of levels. It allows you to do a lot of stuff that's really important, like move in and out of ranges and, get in for punishes if you want to get a punish, and get away from an opponent if they're trying to rush you down. So this is important. It also helps with Oki because your opponents can roll, and dash just follows them whichever direction they go, which is really convenient for making sure that you're following them even if they're rolling in weird directions. You don't actually have to, guess. So it's powerful enough that I think we should learn it immediately. Outside of that, we are going to be just doing the basic pulse combos for most everything. We're going to press light whenever we're close to our opponent, so this is usually going to be if we are trying to mash out of their pressure, or if we are trying to pressure them. So it does this little launcher into a nice little knockdown, and then they can move whichever direction. If we press the dash button, you see here, we will just follow them. So if I do the combo here, you see if I just press dash and nothing else, I will just follow them when they roll behind me. So they can't just roll to get out of my pressure on wake up, which is very powerful and kind of the big thing we're going to be using to get out of iron. Then in neutral, we're going to be dashing and pressing medium, and it goes into this combo if we mash it. Just a pretty simple super cash out, which is pretty nice. Then there's a heavy pulse combo. We're not going to be using this very often. It's basically only useful if you have 3 of the meters down in the bottom left corner there, which we will sometimes have on Juggernaut. But without it, it doesn't work because it goes into level 3. And if you don't have 3 levels, it just shoots out one of her normal projectiles, which sometimes, especially mid-screen, won't even hit the opponent, and just does way less damage than hitting medium does. So only use this heavy for a big punish if they miss a super in front of you or something and you block it, and you have 3 meter. And that's almost it. The only other thing we're going to be doing right now is our anti-air. It is universal, it's down plus heavy, and you might notice that this is the launcher from our light combo. There's one more cool thing about the pulse combos we're going to be taking advantage of, which is that if you press a button that's part of a pulse combo and then you start pressing the pulse combo button, it will finish the combo from there. So if my opponent jumps at me and then I just press 2H and then mash light, it will actually do the pulse combo for me starting from that launcher. So I will have an anti-air if I press 2H, and a very simple, easy way to make my opponent remember not to jump at me. So that's the last thing we're going to be doing. Outside of that, you're just going to be learning your moves. Which special moves do what can I do with them, and just trying to learn whatever your character's movement and specials are. And that's going to be happening in the middle of matches. So that's all I've got for this video. We're going to, I'm going to do the placement matches, and then I will see you on the next video in Iron. Hope to see you there.